Hi there everyone, I'm Cameron Kunzelman. Welcome to Grand Theft Auto 3 Let's Play Extravaganza, wonderful 101,000, great 100 best hits of the century Billboard Top 110. Today we're going to be trying to finish up the Salvatore missions, the Mafia missions here in Grand Theft Auto 3, and we're going to skip right to it. Going to run into some stuff, going to look at a lighthouse, check that thing out, pretty cool. Here we go.
Leave us alone for a minute. The Colombian cartel is making spank somewhere in Liberty, but we don't know where. And they seem to know everything we're doing before we do. We got us a rat. There's a guy named Curly Bob, works the bar at Luigi's. He's been throwing more money around than he's earning. He ain't pimping or pushing, so he must be talking. He usually gets a taxi home after work, so follow him. And if he's ratting us out, kill him.
The protagonist of this game surely gets a lot of work for a man who does not speak. I don't know if I'd be able to trust that kind of guy, who just has never spoken a day in his life. But I'm going to take one of these cars, right from the front of the mansion. This mafia guy likes listening to reggae. That's cool. He's a lot cooler than the ones who are just listening to the classical music or the opera. Opera is not a form I care for, not a piece of art. If you think there is an opera that's worth listening to, or that's great, or that you think is personally valuable and might change my mind, go ahead and put it in the comments, or tweet at me, or just let me know. Very curious, always open to new art forms, but deep singing women on a stage, never been my thing. I accidentally braked and went the wrong way, so what we're going to do is we're going to stalk Curly Bob. I don't know what that means. I think we're just supposed to creep up on him, maybe? Oh shit, well there he is. So what we have to do is not spook him. We have to make sure, this is one of Grand Theft Auto's notorious, spookometer. Notorious tailing missions. They're awful and not fun to do, and the scripting of them, right? Because they're the sort of scripted, you know. Taxi goes to X location, goes to Y location, goes to Z location. Just notorious for being difficult and things like that. So now he's reversing down the street at me, and I got too close and spooked him. So, yeah, they're just incredibly frustrating that way, just because some sort of random accident happened above. And I think that's cool. I think the idea that the city is sort of generating these little interactions. So a car accident means that he's going to back down the street, or his taxi driver is going to back down the street. I think that's cool conceptually. It's very frustrating when you can't really do anything about it. So we're going to do it, and we're going to go right back. In an edit, you will see nothing. Here I am. So here we are, waiting for Curly Bob, and just gonna party out here for a second. Gonna give it a moment. Gonna wait on him to come out. He's, I guess, on a timer, but there's no real way to determine where he comes out. There's no waypoint. This is a weird kind of mission design as far as this game is concerned, because normally what would happen is you would have a little blue circle, little marker to hit, and then that marker would trigger him walking out. And I'm not sure if that's, you know, something about the way the this particular mission works or whatever that necessitated that design decision, but it's pretty out of the ordinary for this game. So you've got to not scare him, but you also can't get too far away. And balancing those two things together is kind of difficult. But over the course of this Let's Play, we're going to see several of these missions, and they are all equally frustrating and equally sort of up to chance. Don't want to scare him. Don't want him to get scared. Uh-oh. Got you scared. I don't know what would be more scary, someone following me or someone just reversing down the street and then bumping away at the very edge of my vision. I think that's probably more scary, but I believe what we do is we follow Curly Bob down here to the docks, and then we do some other stuff. We see some stuff that Curly Bob is doing. It's a nice little set of missions, I believe. It's been a long time. It's been a full decade since I've played this. In my recent attempted my recent attempted playthrough on the PC, didn't get this far. Barely made it, 10 missions in or something. So wholly new territory for me. Oh, Curly Bob's going to the docks.
Here comes our little friend, Mr. Big Mouth himself.
Were you followed? You know what goes on here is our little secret, amigo.
No, I wasn't followed. You got my stuff?
Here's your spank, squealer. Now talk.
Okay, so the Leons are fighting wars on two fronts. They're in a turf war with the Triads, with no sign of either side giving up. Meanwhile, Joey Leon has stirred up some bad blood with the Forellis. Every day they're losing men and influence in the city. Salvatore's becoming dangerous and paranoid. He expects everybody and everything.
And with loyalty like yours, what has he possibly got to worry about?
So we can see, and this is something that's sort of difficult to, so now I gotta hit Curly Bob with my car, but something that's sort of easy to miss, and I think that this mission does a good job of putting it all together for you. Sorry, Curly Bob. But that the, get a nice little shotgun and some money here. But it's sort of difficult, or a player might not put all the pieces together, that all these different pieces of violence, or all these different little interactions that you're having with all of the different members of the mafia here, the family, might actually be taking a toll out on that family. And I think that's a really great piece of narrative, right, that sort of stitches all that information together, right? You know that you're in a war with the Triads, or that the mafia is in a war with the Triads. You know that Joey is fighting this sort of internal war, but we get this nice little narrative moment. It's like, yeah, and that's bad, and that actually is hurting them. And I think that's still something we don't see very often in these video games, is especially the Grand Theft Auto games, that all of these missions might point to a systemic problem that's hidden until we talk about it, right? So there is a problem with the violent structure of the mafia right now. It's not working. Their traditional methods aren't being as efficient as they once were, or they're just maybe stretched too thin, and they're weak. And each mission doesn't suggest that weakness to you, but when you take it on the whole, when someone contextualizes it for you, you understand that they're weak. And so sometimes, there's a lot of discussion, and I'm sorry to run around in circles while I'm talking, but I think this is a neat little point. There's a lot of discussion in these games, and in video games more generally, secret package, about showing, don't tell, show, don't tell, right? So show something happened, don't tell somebody that it happened. But this is a case where you need to tell, right? You're showing that the mafia is weak, that it's fighting lots of different small wars that might be taking a toll on it. But you do need someone to tell and say, hey, all these little small wars, they are having an effect on the big war. And that's actually a little bit more interesting, in that it reveals that the Mafia itself is invested in not showing its weakness, right? You will not be able to see it because they don't show it, but if someone tells you, then you can know. Anyway, here's the next mission. Drinking some coffee again, of course, like every day. Got a little half-thin mint this time.
Funds from pushing that spank crap. If we make an open attack on them, they'll wipe the floor with us. They must be making spank on that big boat that Curly led you to. So we gotta use our heads, or rather one head, your head. I'm asking you to destroy that spank factory as a personal favor to me, Salvatore Leone. If you do this for me, you will be a made man. Anything you want. Go and see 8-Ball. You'll need his expertise to blow up that boat.
So this is a pretty interesting mission. So I believe it's 2 parts. But the first is just going and getting 8-Ball, and I think we have to do a small mission for 8-Ball first. Or maybe we just do it all at one time. I don't really remember. Let's figure it out. 8-Ball shop's right down here, so we can just drive off the cliff. Now I don't have a car, which is a problem, but we can just grab that Banshee in a moment if it really matters. So let's see what 8-Ball's up to. Oh, yeah. So, not really 2 parts, just 2 activations.
Yo, my man. Salvatore phoned ahead, but a job like this is gonna need a lot of fireworks. I'll need $100,000 to cover expenses. But you know, with me, you get a lot of bang for your buck. Come back, brother, when you have the money.
So there's a little bit of gating that goes on here, right? And I think that this kind of... So I more than have that amount of money. I haven't spent money on anything. But let's go ahead and grab a car first before we start. But what I think is interesting... we'll grab a sensible car, actually. We'll grab this Kuruma. Kuruma. However you say it. It's precariously parked here. But what I think is interesting is that a lot of games have that kind of progression gate, that if you really blazed through the story, or spent a lot of money, or did a lot of open world sort of stuff, then you might not have a lot of money. And so it forces you to go out and do other missions, to go do other things in order to get that, or just to massively expend what you currently have. Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Amn does this. It requires you to give a huge amount of money to the Thieves Guild in order to progress, and it encourages you to go do little side missions in order to get that money. So I like the idea of gating through this open world content, or this big world with lots of side quest content, gating it with resource acquisition. I like that. So just a reminder, that wasn't, just World of Warcraft or whatever beforehand. This is a tried and true method. Anyway, let's do this mission.
Okay, let's do this then. I can set this baby to detonate, but I still can't use a piece with these hands. Here, this rifle should help you pop some heads.
So 8-Ball can't use a gun. Really, really digging 8-Ball's jacket. It's super cool. But that's a Halloween costume, right? If you want a totally rad Halloween costume. But
my husband will kill you.
uh-oh. We're gonna get murdered by a husband. But what's weird to me about this is that 8-Ball can put together a bomb, right? This really difficult process, but he can't pull a trigger. Seems to me to be some inconsistencies in this well-written and well-put-together narrative. But that's fine. I get it. It's okay. We're totally cool. So what happens in this mission is pretty interesting. Well, you'll see. I don't need to contextualize it for you.
Then I'll head in when you fire the first shot.
You can see the big SUVs that the Colombians have. Probably one of the better vehicles in the game, just as far as your ability to run into things with it. That's sort of how I gauge vehicles in this game. How much damage can it take, and how hard does it run into other things? But so what I can do here is I'm gonna go right over here. This is a difficult mission, and I might mess it up. So Might be one of those tricky edits that goes on. But, so I'm going to roll up here, and I believe there's a hidden package over there, so you have to, like, maybe drive a car up here or just run really fast and jump. We'll see at the end of the mission. We'll try to get it. But so I've forgotten. Clearly not that. Clearly not that. There we go. And our look is inverted. So what's going to happen is he's going to roll up. Let's try to... Oh, I can't not invert. Is that a setting, perhaps? My God. Oh, there's a widescreen. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, but I guess that implies that I could be playing this on a wider aspect ratio. But you know what? Didn't play this on a wide aspect ratio originally. Not going to do it now. So, 8-Ball in his, hold on, I need to, oh shit. So 8-Ball is going to, oh no, I might have just killed 8-Ball on accident. Yep. What a mistake I've made. Alright, so, see you in 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're back, and restarted here, getting closer. What happened last time is I'd fired the first shot, and it made 8-Ball go, even though I didn't kill anybody, and so they just murdered him. So I have to kill these two guys, and then slowly but surely pick off everyone up here on the thing. So shooting explosive barrels is key to that, and just straight up shooting guys. And I think I only have 30 shots total, so let's try this now. So there's that guy. There's that guy. And they're not always aware, and my ability to use the PS2 controllers, not great. 8-Ball, get behind cover. You can notice that, oh no. Some, like, majestic, Saving Private Ryan misses there. So we can do some of that. Didn't help at all. But 8-Ball's pretty good about staying behind cover. Oh, come on. Ah, come on. No, 8-Ball. Why did you get iced? Alright, one more time. This is my third time. 8-Ball just died literally at the last possible instance for the last one, so just gotta get a little bit faster here. The trick is to stay in front of him, because he does move kind of slow, but he just doesn't seem to get in front of cover fast enough. And you gotta make sure he doesn't get flanked and stuff like that. But let's see if that actually hurts anybody. Nope. And I just find the PS2 controller really difficult to deal with here. Alright, let's make sure there's no more. Any more dudes here? I'm really worried for you, 8-Ball. And I think theoretically you can shoot 8-Ball here, but I'm not gonna try that, being that this is the third time I've tried to do this. He might also get some reinforcements or something. Oh yeah, look at him run. There we go. It's a pretty action-packed little sequence. can tell that 8-Ball's not good at bomb creation. Watch that thing go down. Check it out. It's like a huge, unbelievable act of domestic terrorism. And as far as I know, nothing really bad ever happens because of it. I mean, obviously the Colombians get angry, but that's about it. Alright, so I think this next mission is the last Salvatore mission, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Sorry for all the edits I've had to put into this thing. Sorry for failing at that mission over and over again. Honestly, I thought it would take me more than that. I thought it might take me 5 times. It used to take me... Well, I don't want to, you know, fully give you all of my tween experiences, but certainly one of my tween experiences was having to do that mission 10 times because my ability to use a controller is not so great. Just not so good. The precision of the PS2 controller just isn't, either A, is not great, or B, I just can't use it very well. I'm pretty sure that it's a B scenario. But here we go. I'm going to roll up here to Salvatore, and hopefully this is the last mission. There might be 2 more. Nope, I think this is the last one. Gonna get a sip of coffee.
It's my favorite cleaner. I'm proud of you, my boy. You kicked the shit out of those grease balls. I just got one little job for you before we can...
A little bit of racism there.
There's a car around
Not
the
so
block
great.
from Luigi's club. The inside is covered in brains. We had to help some guy make up his mind, and it proved a little messy. Take it to the crusher before the cops find it.
So it seems like this is something that you would need to do now. You know what I mean? It seems like a mission that literally anyone else can do. I'm going to use my cartel cruiser to do it. I like this car quite a bit. Let's close that up. I like this car quite a bit. I think it's efficient. I like smashing into things with it. Really hard to drive. As you can see, I might have just destroyed it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So, gonna go pick up this car, do this very, like, minor, very boring kind of mission. Uh-oh. Do a little spinning around here. Back there in an alleyway. I'm not gonna go back right now, and I might show you sometime later, but one of the apartment blocks has been burned down, and so you can sort of jump through the ruins there. I think there's probably a hidden package, maybe some armor or weapon, something. So what's this? My pager? Maria? The car's a trap! Meet me at the slip south of Callahan Bridge. So, I'm pretty sure what happens if you get in the car, and I'm not going to test it here, but pretty sure it just explodes, right? It's also a totally kickin' rad car. Look at that thing. It's really a cool place to chill out while you hang out, but not gonna do that. Not gonna waste the time. Already wasted a lot of time during this play session, so I'm just gonna go meet her at the boat dock. So this is gonna sort of trigger in the next part, or the next sort of set of missions, and the next island. So, whoops, went too far. So let's go do that. Kind of forget how you get there. Oh no, I don't. If you remember earlier, this is the diner where I had my incredibly frustrating liaison with the dudes with cars, where I almost died. But
in the past, there's been some...
I'm certain that watching me drive is a nightmare. I'm deeply apologetic, but you'll remember this is a little tunnel I accidentally went down while trying to ram into that guy's car. Well, I'll have you know. And if you drive down here too quick, you can just fly off that edge. I've done that many times, so I'm going to meet Maria here. If you remember Maria, she was sort of Don Salvatore's mistress or whatever.
Behind his back, so he was offering you to the cartel in order to make a deal. I couldn't let him do that. I mean, the worst thing is, it's all my fault because I told him we were an item. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Look, you're a marked man on the mafia turf, and I've got to get out of here, too. I've seen too much killing, too much blood. Look, this is a friend of mine, okay? She's an old friend, and it's so good. She's someone we can trust.
Come on, enough of the speeches. We better get out of here before we get more hysterical Italians wanting less friendly reunions.
So Maria, as we're getting from that sort of accidentally or intentionally made you a marked man. Kind of continuing the problems, the massive, unbelievable in how consistently they poorly write women, problems of either the Housers or the Grand Theft Auto narrative design team, we'll say that. But now we get a boat. I can use my left stick here to really rock it around with the boat. It's a pretty cool thing. You see that boat over there hopping up and down a lot. It's pretty cool. Boats are notoriously difficult to deal with in this game because when I'm done with it, I get to walk around the deck. That's really cool. I like the idea of being able to walk around the deck, but as soon as you touch water in any way, you super die immediately. And so, get to welcome to Staunton Island. So yeah, when you move from island to island, you get this little load screen, and it's kind of frustrating. I think I went to the wrong dock. Yep, I'm on the wrong side. But so getting from the inside of a boat to a dock is pretty difficult, and you'll see me die more than one time just trying to jump off of a boat. So that's not exciting. But yeah, there are a lot of boat missions you have to do now. Some of them are easier than others. But Grand Theft Auto is sort of, I don't know if this is like an edict on their part, but the desire has always been like crime on the land, sea, and air. And so by the end of this game, we're going to get to see all those different things. You notice that the loading screen in between this has changed as well. So now we're in some high-rise apartments, which is where Asuka lives.
Talk. Why don't you go cruise around?
You'll need a place to lie low. There's a warehouse at the edge of Belleville that should suit your needs. Come back here to my condo when you're ready, and you and me can have a little chat.
So we'll talk about Asuka in later episodes when we do more missions for her. I think she's probably my favorite character. She is, of course, it's not revealed yet, but she is a leader of the...
News just in from
we can listen to the news here.
Repairs to the Callahan Bridge have been completed. Since the explosion, engineers have been working around the clock to get traffic flowing between Portland and Staunton Island once again.
So that's just letting us know that the bridge is now open between the first little part of the city and the second part. And so now we can drive back and forth pretty easily. And there will be a few missions that take us from island to island. And that sort of reuse the space from before to do different things with it. But anyway, like I was saying before, we'll talk about Asuka later. I think she's one of the more interesting characters. Her and her brother, I think his name is Kenji. We'll do that. So now, sadly, we no longer have Eddie's garage. We just have warehouse. Let's see if it's got a nice name. Belleville. It's the sort of area we're in, the Belleville Park region. What's this say? Fire exit. Let's call that the fire exit. So if you have a better name than the fire exit, let me know. But so I'll sign off. So we'll get to see an exciting conclusion to the Mafia storyline in the next episode. I'm really looking forward to that. So if you like this video, you like the previous videos, you like the whole series, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more Let's Plays in the future, and maybe sort of switching off with Grand Theft Auto at some point. I don't really know. I might just try to finish this up, or I might branch out to begin with. Gonna probably have some guest stars on over the next week or so. That'll be really exciting. Maybe make some extra videos for that. Hopefully you'll like that. In any case, so go ahead and click the button that should be on your screen. It says subscribe. If you like it, you can follow me on Twitter at @CKunzelman, CKUNZELMAN. And go ahead and let me know what you like, what you don't like. Put it in the comments. Don't be afraid to comment. And if you think they're awful, let me know if they're awful. Maybe we can change your opinion or change some stuff to make them more appealing. In any case, see you next time at the fire exit.